The crash, the cold, the hunger. These memories still linger, etched into my mind like the unforgiving peaks of the Andes. We were a team, united by a shared passion for rugby. Our trip to Chile was supposed to be about camaraderie, competition, and the thrill of the game. We were young, full of life, and oblivious to the cruel hand fate was about to deal. Little did we know that our strength, our resilience, would be tested in the most unimaginable ways. The faces of my teammates, my friends, flashed before my eyes. Some, forever young, frozen in time. Others, marked by the ordeal, but alive. We were thrown into a crucible of survival, stripped bare to our most primal instincts. Yet even in the face of unimaginable despair, the human spirit found a way to endure. This is our story.
The excitement was palpable. Our chartered plane, a Fairchild FH-227D, vibrated with the energy of 45 passengers, mostly young men eager for the adventure ahead. The thrill of our upcoming rugby match in Chile pulsed through the cabin. Jokes and laughter filled the air, a soundtrack to our youthful optimism. We soared above the world, a tapestry of clouds our canvas. The snow-capped peaks of the Andes, majestic and indifferent, came into view. Their beauty, a stark contrast to the unforgiving terrain that would soon become our prison. The air grew turbulent. The laughter subsided, replaced by a shared anxiety. The mountains seemed to loom closer, their presence no longer awe-inspiring but menacing. Then a deafening roar. The world turned upside down. The initial impact remains a blur, a cacophony of metal screeching, shattering, and the screams of my teammates. I was thrown violently, the taste of blood filling my mouth. Disoriented, I struggled to regain my bearings. The fuselage had split open, revealing a scene of utter devastation. Bodies lay strewn across the snow, some still, others contorted in pain. The biting cold pierced through my clothes, seeping into my bones. Panic surged through me, but a primal instinct for survival kicked in. I had to find survivors, I had to find hope. The world was white, a blinding expanse of snow and ice. The silence was deafening, broken only by the moans of the injured and the whistling wind. We were stranded, broken, and utterly alone. In the face of unimaginable tragedy, the human spirit has a remarkable capacity for resilience.
His face a mask of grief, yet resolute, Antonio took charge. His medical student training, once a pursuit of life, now a lifeline in the fight for it.
Roberto, his calm demeanor a source of strength, organized the survivors. He understood the harsh realities of our situation. Rationing our meager food supplies, his meticulous planning offered a glimmer of hope.
And then there was Nando, young, determined Nando. He refused to let the mountains break him. He became our eyes to the outside world, our hope for rescue.
Section 5. The struggle for every dawn. Each day, a battle against the relentless cold. We huddled together in the shattered fuselage, our bodies a source of warmth against the biting wind. The nights were the hardest. Temperatures plummeted, and the darkness was filled with the whispers of the dead and the fears of the living. Our food, a meager supply of chocolate and sweets, dwindled with each passing day. Hunger gnawed at our stomachs, a constant reminder of our precarious existence. We salvaged what we could from the wreckage, fashioning makeshift tools and shelters from the debris of our shattered dreams. Every sunrise brought a flicker of hope. Every sunset, the crushing weight of our reality.
Section 6. Hope finds a name, Nando. As days turned into weeks, our hope began to dwindle. But I refused to let it die. I had suffered a severe head injury in the crash, but my spirit remained unbroken. I understood that our only chance of survival lay in finding help. With unwavering resolve, I, along with a small group of the strongest survivors, embarked on expeditions to scout the treacherous terrain. We climbed the icy peaks, our bodies battered by the unforgiving elements, our hope fueled by the faintest glimmer of finding a way out. My determination was contagious. I reminded everyone that even in the darkest of times, the human will can prevail.
Section 7. The desperate pact. Death was our constant companion. We mourned each life lost, the cold claiming them one by one. Our meager rations dwindled to almost nothing. Starvation gnawed at our bellies, our bodies growing weaker with each passing day. Faced with the unthinkable, a decision was made, one born out of desperation and a primal will to survive. To live, we had to feed on the bodies of the deceased. It was a decision that would haunt us forever, a grim testament to the extremes we were forced to endure. The act was horrific, a violation of our deepest sensibilities, but it was a pact we made with each other, a promise to keep fighting, to honor the sacrifice of those we had lost.
Section 8. Searching for a sign, a signal. Hope flickered back to life when we discovered the plane's tail section. It held the emergency locator transmitter, our only chance of sending a distress signal. We worked tirelessly, our frozen fingers fumbling with wires and metal, our hope ignited by the possibility of rescue. Twice, our hopes were dashed. 2 search missions, tantalizingly close to our location, failed to find us. The mountains had swallowed us whole, our cries for help lost in the howling wind. Despair threatened to consume us, but we clung to the slimmest thread of hope. We were alive. We had to keep fighting.
Section 9. Nando's Trek, a beacon of hope. With the radio beyond repair, a desperate plan began to form. I, along with Roberto Canessa, volunteered for a perilous mission. We would trek across the treacherous mountains, guided by a map fashioned from scraps and sheer willpower.
Their journey was a testament to human endurance. For 10 grueling days, we battled exhaustion, hunger, and the unforgiving elements. Our bodies were pushed to the limits, our spirits sustained by an unwavering belief that we would find help. And find it we did. On the 10th day, we stumbled upon a Chilean farmer, a shepherd tending his flock. Our rescue was nothing short of miraculous.
Section 10. Return to the Mountain of Memories. The world erupted in astonishment and relief as news of our rescue spread. After 72 days of unimaginable hardship, the 16 of us who had survived were brought back to civilization. We were hailed as heroes, but we knew the true heroes were those who never made it off that mountain. Years later, I returned to the Andes. I stood before the wreckage of our plane, a twisted monument to tragedy and survival. The biting wind whispered through the peaks, carrying the echoes of laughter and screams. We had faced the abyss and emerged forever changed. The Andes had tested us, broken us, and ultimately shown us the depths of human resilience and the enduring power of hope.